Okay, that's me.
From Satya Vachana Christian University, under the title about their economic dishonesty in the context of ChatGPT. So that is the Atul, one of the two.
Yeah,
Please.
okay. Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm here a little bit nervous, but also excited, to present our paper. So my name is David, David Adichandra Asidikapesudo. I come from Satya Wacana Christian University, which is in Salatiga city, or maybe town. It's a small town in Central Java. If you happen to be in Central Java or Salatiga, you can contact me. Okay, so before I'm starting my presentation, anyone here using ChatGPT? Let's filter it out. Anyone here using ChatGPT for research purpose? Almost all of them. All of the participants use it for research purpose. So I'm a teacher, or a lecturer in Satya Wacana Christian University, and it sucks that most of my students using ChatGPT unethically. So this topic is based on the fact that there are real dishonesty, or real unethical things, or unethical practice in our academic world using AI, not only ChatGPT, but we are choosing ChatGPT because it is the most well known and it's the most active users in the whole world. So higher education, as we know, and as my prior explanations, has reached these points when we are facing with what's called as artificial intelligence, and we cannot hybrid this, and we cannot skip this, or we cannot make this go away, because first of all, in this time, AI or any automatic tools can make a decision, can make information, can answer anything, and every single task that in the last decade maybe it's only can be done by human. And this is making an ethical issue following the AI adoption in the academic world. And then tech adoption and ethics, it has a critical role in the students' performance. Because sometimes, for example, in my class, some students that being honest and they are not using ChatGPT, sometimes they are perform below the ones who use ChatGPT as it is. And me and my fellow researcher using a UTALT as a technological adaptation framework, we are trying to looking for the what the cause or what is causing the dishonesty when you are using ChatGPT among the students. But not also that, because there are also an ethical issue here. We are also using an ethical framework that called as ethical climate, and we are using one items or one elements in the ethical climate frameworks as the individual egoism. And we are doing this research in our campus in SWCU in Salatiga. We can skip this. Academic dishonesty, UTALT, as I told you, ethical climate, individual egoism, and prior research doesn't offer the combining framework as we do. Okay, so this is the hypothesis development. First of all, this is 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is coming from the UTALT framework. The performance expectancy, effort expectancy, and then social influence, facilitating condition. And we are using the individual egoism becoming the moderating variable, which is our assumption is it will strengthen the effect of PE, EE, SI and FC towards the academic dishonesty intention using ChatGPT. Yeah, this is our thoughts. And we are using a quantitative approach, population of 631 students from the accounting department of Satya Wacana Christian University with a sample size of 124 students which enroll on final project class. Like my first question to you related second question to you that who is the one that using ChatGPT for the research purpose? So we use that kind of students. Yeah. This is a statistical test that we use, yeah, test normality, multicollinearity, heteroscedasticity, autocorrelation, multivariate regression, and ordered regression analysis. But unfortunately, the results it tells different story from our hypothesis. Yeah, all of from 1, 2, 3, 4, even 5, 6, 7, 8 being rejected. So not a single hypothesis is been answered from the results. Yeah, even when we are trying to use centering, yeah, centering to make mean centering to make the data more smoothly and so on, we cannot get the result related with the U-Tout and also the moderating effect of individual egoism. Yeah, but if we take a look at the simultaneous regression test, we got it is significant, yeah, due to the effect of individual egoism itself. So this is the moderating. The moderating doesn't go along the results. This is because the moderating factors from the regression test have more like the effect of independent variables. So the moderating variables directly affected the dependent variable, and the moderating variable directly affected the dependent variable. So this is the results that beyond our expectation, yeah, and we are trying to not manipulate data, but trying to using any other tools, but that's cannot be done, yeah. So the results and discussion, I'll be quick, yeah, I promise. The result in this discussion that, as you can see, there is no direct effect from performance expectancy, effort, expectancy, social influence, facilitating condition, but individual egoism, it has a dominant statistical driver towards the dishonesty in using ChatGPT. So this is the analogy here. When we are using a vehicle, yeah, the steering wheel, the tire, and the machine of the car, and so on and so forth, it is just the tools. But the main driver is us as a driver. Yeah. So the individual egoism is becoming the main driver to do this dishonesty action, yeah, or intention in using ChatGPT. Yeah. Maybe in the so this is the conclusion: no significant effect on the U-Tout variables, yeah, or U-Tout factors, and individual egoism doesn't have moderation role. It has independent variable role towards the dependent variable, and the limitation, the factors U-Tout cannot capture the whole facts related to academic dishonesty using ChatGPT. For the future research, I think we will try to exploring the individual egoism as a mediating variable, or maybe add up some variables related to psychology and maybe governance to be exploring more, because the shifting from the technology elements from the to the social or maybe psychological elements of a person, yeah. And maybe we are going to comparing students from different field of discipline, because that 124 students or the respondents is coming from the accounting department. Maybe we are trying to using maybe law or tech students that have a different point of view maybe to dishonesty in ChatGPT. And also Yeah, that's I already told you. I think psychology is a contextual variable. Okay, that's all from me. Questions and suggestion from you that I hope I can get. Okay, thank you.
We are all experienced ChatGPT.
Right, sir. We are all the users, I think.
Yeah. We experienced the ChatGPT. So, any question about the using the ChatGPT with their dishonesty?
Yeah, dishonesty.
So that is amazing because I think most of the students they can reach the ChatGPT very easily, but
Yeah.
sometimes they don't know the how to use it.
Yeah.
In terms of the academic governance,
Yeah.
kind of that.
So in our team also right now we are working on to make a framework to accountability in using not only ChatGPT but also the AI tools. So the plan is not to punish or to just it cannot be used. Yeah, because it is our daily activity and daily tools today. Yeah, I can come to Osaka. You know, I'm using ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Where is the gate? Where is the exit?
Yes.
Yeah.
So how you can detect the dishonesty from your student?
So our approach is using dishonesty intention. Yeah, so it is in the mind, not really in the action. When it we are giving a statements, yeah, and you will do this or not, you will do that or not,
Okay.
how your score, yeah, the rating of I will do that, the probability, yeah, and so on. Yeah, using that. Okay.
I think it would be more interesting if you can do like some experiment, for example.
Yeah.
Like you can do
Yeah.
it on a computer
Yeah.
and then see the
Ex-
results.
I also have already making the introduction to make experiment, but in the point of view of Centaur and Cyborg, symbiosis from the human and AI. Yeah, so that's can interest me, despite of my program in accounting, but I think I want to shift into the AI side. Yeah, thank you for the suggestion. Yeah.
So regarding academic dishonesty, since this is intention or perception of the students,
Yeah.
how are you sure that they are honest when they're answering the survey questions?
That's quite difficult to answer, sir. Yeah. In fact, because when they are submitting or maybe filling the form, my underlying information is that this is not for grade sake, yeah, or the scoring in the class sake. You can fill it based on your experience. Yeah, even I also give them some e-money to encourage them to filling it well. Yeah, I think I'm not I can guarantee 100% sure that they are honest or not, but I have faith in them. Okay, that's my answer. Yeah. Okay. So.
Do you have any existing safeguards against academic dishonesty? I mean, for us, in our university, for example, when we submit research papers or any other written articles, we have the use of Turnitin, where
Yeah.
it automatically
Produce percentage.
yes, the
Yeah.
percentages of whether it's AI made, artificial intelligence made, or human made. Do you have those kind of safeguards as well?
Okay, in our campus in Satya Wacana also we are using Turnitin, and myself using several AI tools to detect my students' work. Yeah, in one day in one of my class, I returned their work because I think it's full AI generated. And they are arguing, no, I'm not using AI. No, I know that it's using AI. Yeah. So I'm using Turnitin in our campus using Turnitin, and also any other AI tools for example like 365 Windows Pro, and use that, and then before the class started, me and my fellow lecturer make ethical pack, yeah, that we are using AI not for only 1, 2, 3, and 4, and so forth. And in some of the classes, not all the classes, but some of the classes, we are make AI report. Yeah, in my class, I implemented this. I make a report. For example, like one task, what you're thinking and what your result, what AI do you use, what prompting do you use? Yeah, we make the accountability sheet for a task. Yeah, certain task. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Okay, next will be Miss